Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Now I went up in the other building and gathered up another group of engines. These are Reo. I'm not sure how many we're going to be able to make. They're pretty rough. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. With and without parts. Got a bunch of spare gas tanks, shrouds. There's a whole box full of stuff. What do we got? Carburetors. A couple of magnetos. I'm not sure if that's Reo even. Yeah, piston, crankshaft, head, backing plate, some valves. I'll be able to have some fun with all this stuff. So, someplace I think I got information on figuring out what year these things are. I'll look into that later. So, get one of them up on the bench and take a look at her. I think there's one of them here too that's got the vertical shaft. Let's see, not that one. That one. No, this one right here. This must have been for a rotary lawnmower. That's the only one of them I got, so hopefully we can save it. Grab the closest one. Looks like it's pretty much all there. Starting rope's gone, air cleaner's gone. Otherwise it looks fairly complete. Oh, gas tank's shiny inside. It's nicer inside than it is outside. Butterfly moves, choke moves. Looks like the muffler's fairly solid. So, let's get the cover off. And see if she turns over. Looks like we only got one screw in it. Maybe two. That's this one. Oh, yeah, she turns. Not noticing any compression. So we could have a stuck valve or something. Pop the head off, take a look. Ew. All the way. Gasket's good yet. Yeah, I don't see any stuck valves. There's a little wire there. That's nice and tight. Cylinder looks good. Well, I'll shut you guys off and I'll tear her down a little bit more. Get some of this crap off the side of it. Figure out what we got to do. Got that belt tensioner and all that crap off the other end. I pulled the starting mechanism off. It's very similar to a Briggs. She's pretty rough. Left-hand thread. So now I got to get the flywheel off. Get at the points. Now the flywheel's not very interested in coming off. I heated it up a little bit, beat on it with a hammer, but there isn't anywhere to get in behind it that you can get to without doing any damage. But there is 3 spots here that there's no threads in them, and I'm going to tap them out. Looks like they're about right for 1/4 20. So I'm going to tap those 3 holes and put a puller on there. Hopefully that'll get her off. Okay, flywheel's off. Between the puller and the heat and the hammer, she didn't want to come off very bad, but it finally gave in. So I guess we'll pull in points right out of there and test the points in the condenser. Okay, this is what the points look like. Screw goes right in the end of the condenser there. They look pretty good shape, just dirtier than heck. See if we can get them cleaned up. Okay, we'll check this condenser capacitor, whatever. I learned a long time ago, no touchy. Like it's almost 2.5 microfarads. It's got just a little bit of capacity. Sometimes after you do it a few times they come around. A really good one will jump over quite a ways. Directions say 4 times. And then discharge. I'm going to see if I can find something a little better. Be back. Okay, I found several of them that have the threaded screw in the end. And this one, more like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goes all the way over. 2, 3, 4. So I just got to get this bracket off there. I think it's probably just soldered on. I'll pop that off and put it on that bracket. Okay, I got the condenser mounted, the points clean and all back in and set, and I did that about 4 times. Still no spark. And then it finally come to me. I was turning it the wrong way. These run the other direction. So if you're working on one of these, you're used to turning them that way. Well, these don't. These go this way. So we got spark. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, scrub the valves around a little bit. Put the head back on, new spark plug. Squirt a little gas in there before I put the plug in. Squirt a little gas in there. See if it'll do anything at all. Put a temporary starter cup on it. Uh-oh. Okay. I think I heard it trying. She's gonna run. Yay. Pulled these jets out and they looked really nice and clean. Took the carburetor off. Blew in there, turned it upside down and it shut off. So I thought, I'm just going to try it just for the fun of it before I even take it apart. So we'll see what happens. See. Choke it. Ouch. The rope stings. Not used to pulling them backwards. Yep, I think I heard a little putt. I'll give her one more choke. And we'll put her half choke. Uh-oh, I'm seeing a little gas where it's not supposed to be. Yeah. We'll turn her off. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, just about. When you're first starting these, it's nice to be able to use a drill on them, but this has got that special nut on there. It's only got 2 sides on it, and I can't find the left hand nut. I've got some someplace, but I don't know what I did with them. Maybe I want some choked. Let's open the throttle up more. I don't want to be wasting you guys' time. Yeah, we'll give her a couple more, and if we don't get any better results, we'll give her up. Yep, the cart's working. Let's try choke again. Alright, we're going to give her up. Yeah, I took that carburetor apart. Well, I couldn't get the main jet out of it. It was really rough shape inside. So I give up on that one. Picked another one out of the pile. Pulled it apart, cleaned it up. It seemed pretty decent. So gonna give this one a whirl and see what happens. Yeah, let's see. It's choked. Yeah, I got a little better results with that one. Okay, it looks like that one gonna be alright. Needs a little more tuning there. Nope. Bit too much. But she's gonna be fine. So I think as usual I'll take all the pieces for this one, set them aside and get another one out, and then in the end I'll get them all back out and get them cleaned up and figure out what we're going to do from there. Well, went to take this one off the bench and there's oil running out the front sail in behind the flywheel, so looks like I'm going to need a new sail in there. So this one isn't quite done yet as far as being mechanically sound. Okay, I got the flywheel off, magneto out of the way. Had this other backing plate over there. Grabbed the seal out of it. And it actually says right on it, fluid side. So you know which way it goes. Because it looks almost the same both ways. See if we can get this one out of there without having to pull the back plate off. Being it's no good, it don't matter anyways. Boy, she's in there tight. Nail. No, this one's got a metal. Or this one's all rubber. This one's got a metal
back on it, which I didn't realize. I thought it was the same as the other one. Alright, well, obviously I'm going to have to come up with a different solution for that. Hang on, I'll be back. Yeah, I've been working at it. I finally got that down in there. There she comes. Okay, someplace I have a rag right here. Okay, fluid side that way. Not deep enough. Okay, yeah. We'll just I'm thinking probably one from a 1/2 inch set'll work. Yeah, let's go with this one. Yeah, look at that. Okay, like that seated. So I'll get this cleaned up, get this oil and stuff cleaned up out of here, and get all this back in place. And this cam that works the points, make sure you keep it oriented in the same direction, because if you turn it over, your points won't open and close at the right time, and you'll go nuts trying to figure it out. Don't ask how I know. So we'll get that back together and we'll run it for a few minutes and make sure that that cured the problem. Okay, she's been running for a few minutes. Don't see any oil leaking out now, so got that problem resolved. It took a few minutes and looked these engines up to see what years they were. The one that I just worked on is a 1954 1 3/4 horsepower. Got one on the bench. This is the one with the vertical shaft. It's a 1954 1 3/4 horsepower, and this is the only one that has this kind of a gas tank mount. And I finally found a picture. This just has a round tank, and apparently it was soldered right directly to this bracket. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to come up with something for that or not. That bracket's going to take a lot of work to get it back in shape, but I'm going to give it a try. This one is a 1950 1.5 horsepower. This one is a 1956. This is the newest one. It's 2 1/4 horsepower. This is a 1954 1 3/4. And what's left of this one was a 53 1.5 horsepower. So that'll give me an idea of the age of these. 1954 seems to be the most common for some reason. So just thought I'd let you in on that. This is going to be my next victim. I probably won't go into a lot of detail unless I run into something interesting on these. It's pretty much the same thing over and over. When I get a little further along, I'll show you how I'm coming.
Okay, I decided this one needed to come pretty much all apart. Being it was kind of the odd one of the bunch anyway, so I wanted to make sure I could try to save this one. And the other one that I had running, when I looked at the oil in that, it looked pretty decent, so I didn't pull the pan out. I didn't get any goop out of the bottom. But this one was a different story, and it is really nasty. Look at that. That's some real quality stuff there. And there was a little bit of water in with it too. This is the underside. Everything works good. Nothing stuck or seized up or anything. Yeah. That's what the top end looks like. So a few more pieces to come off of it and some cleanup. And then start getting things back together and see if we can get her to run. Carburetor, I'm not sure I'm going to come up with an original for that. This one's different than all the rest of them. Its gas feed is in on the top. Fuel bowl's missing. It's got a different setup there. So I can go up and look in my collection, but I'm kind of doubting I'm going to come up with one. So I might have to use a carb off of one of the other ones, but it'll probably work. And I do like this. This has a rope starter on it instead of that recoil thing that never seems to be any good on these. And you can't put a regular starter cup on them because where the rope goes in, it's the opposite direction because they turn the other way. So I think I'm gonna make this into a video here, and we'll have a second part to this one too, because it's gonna get too long. So if you enjoyed what I've done so far with the Reos, give me a thumb up, and please subscribe. See you next time.